Egg fried rice, baby. Alright, let's get serious now. Instead of sugar, we're gonna use coconut aminos. And for health, jasmine rice. You can use the other rices too, but that's what I'm rocking with. And we got the scallion, baby, spring onion, whatever. Of course, you can't forget the avocado oil. You can use like duck fat, whatever, but avocado oil for health, of course. Now, you could use chilies, but I just use the flakes. I don't want to get extra stuff. An onion is an onion. Now, pink salt, completely optional. Health, right? Granulated garlic. I don't use the real garlic, just like I don't use the real pepper. But like you can use the coarse pepper, but for me, I just like to just get this. I don't want to make it too complicated for myself, But for health, pepper's pepper, but we kind of throw this out the window with the MSG. That's what that accent is, and I guess the low sodium kind of makes up for it, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, the reason why I'm using coconut aminos is because I'm just trying to get away from sugar. And coconut aminos has sugar in it naturally. Soy sauce has the salt in it naturally. So, eggs are eggs. It doesn't matter. Like, an egg is an egg to me. Who cares, right? So rice cooker, rice maker, if you have one, that's great. But if you don't, it's totally fine. You could just go to your local Chinese restaurant and get like a quart of white rice. But if you're gonna use the rice maker, just remember the ratios. And the ratio that I learned is 1-to-1. So for every cup of rice, you would use a cup of water. Say that you had a big one, like big rice maker, Like if you're using 5 cups of water, put 5 cups of rice. But if you want to just go to the store and get it, that's cool too. I just like to do it here because I feel like going out today. But anyway, so remember, 2 cups of rice, that means 2 cups of water. Now, a little trick that I like to do is, let's say that I'm going to use fried rice like that same day, like literally, as soon as this is done, I'm going to put it in. I'm just going to use like a little bit less than a cup. You see, it's like a little bit less. Right, so let's go ahead and put that in there. Now, fried rice, normally you would use day-old rice, but I feel like waiting. But this recipe kind of makes up for the time with the soy sauce up front. Oh man, damn, I probably messed up the recipe, right? Nah, I know it seems like that, but number one, this is a little secret I learned. By pouring the soy sauce up front, what that's gonna do is it's gonna dry your rice out. So when it's done, it's not gonna be all mushy and steamy like normally cooked rice is. So by putting the soy sauce up front, don't stir it too, by the way, just leave it alone and set it and forget it, I guess. But yeah, we're gonna cook it, and that flavor and that salt's gonna mesh with your rice, and just leave it alone. You're good to go, trust me. Now, let's get to the preparation. Scallion, I don't like to overcomplicate things, but you have your kind of 3 parts to the scallion. Your tops, your middle, and then you have your bottom pieces here. Now, the bottoms, we just want to get rid of that. You're not gonna use that right now. If you're doing like a stock, or if you want like a compound butter, that will work fine, but nah, don't worry about it. We're just gonna cut them right off. Yep, just cut them off and get that piece. Just get them out of there. Yep, just off to the side. If you have like a little garbage next to you, that's also cool too, but I just like to keep it on the side. So anyway, we got rid of those bottom whites, and we're just gonna cut up the tops. These tops here are like the garnish, but I guess it's a fancy word for put it in at the last second. Yeah, because if you put it in too early, they're gonna like get all withered, and I don't know. I don't like the way it looks either, and it looks cool at the end. So anyway, these garnish pieces, just put them off to the side, and just try to like not mix them together, because the pieces I'm cutting now, these are gonna go in with like at the beginning. So they're gonna wilt, they're gonna get all like caramelized and mix in with your onion, and it's gonna smell really good, but that flavor is gonna kind of like melt in and caramelize, and you just want to get all of these to the bottom. That's why we got rid of the bottoms first, so we could just cut them all up. Don't worry about even cutting and slices, and just cut it up. This isn't MasterChef. I'm hungry. I'm gonna cook, and I want to eat. So anyway, This works also with leeks. If you want to use leeks, kind of the same principle. I would use the tops as like the garnish, and the bottom part, like I did here, just it's all gonna caramelize. It's all gonna just like become like a puree kind of, and just like get all tasty, and it absorbs sauce very well. The tops, not so much, but that's not what they're there for. They're there to make it look all pretty and nice in your presentation, you know. Same thing with onions. Like if you wanted to skip scallions, you would lose flavor. So I'm gonna teach you a little trick. There's no like big secret, but you would cut your onion like you normally would. I don't think I need to show people how to cut an onion, do I? Well, alright, I'll do it anyway. I'm just gonna cut the top off. Garbage pile. Yep, right there. So an onion is your best friend. These things are so versatile. You can fry them, you can puree them, you can extract the juice. It's really like your best friend. And I'm gonna be using onions for like a lot of dishes. Not like every dish, but if it has a skillet or like a pan, I'm probably gonna incorporate an onion in there. So just be careful when you're cutting too. Like if you're lefty, if you're righty, just hold the knife steady, hold it flat. Like don't have it all dancing and stuff. Just straight down. And I'm gonna make a claw shape that kind of helps me keep the knife like on my knuckle, and just go straight down. Don't be afraid. If this is like your first time watching somebody cut an onion, I mean, I doubt it. There's so many videos on YouTube, but I make a claw and I go straight down. That's it. The knife will do the work, like Gordon Ramsay says, but it really is true. Like you just literally cut your onion and just make squares. Dicing. Don't worry about the size too. Like it's fried rice. It's not like, you know, like this isn't your final presentation in culinary school. Just cut an onion. People are tired after work. Just get it over with. But in this case, I'm gonna teach you some tricks when it comes to an onion. The onion is simple, but depending how you cut it, it could be versatile. So I'm gonna cut another onion the same way. Garbage pile, and I'm just gonna get rid of that layer right there. Now, it doesn't really matter how many layers you get, but keep in mind, the more layers you take off, the less onion you're gonna have. So try not to be so critical with it. It's all gonna caramelize and cook down anyway. So I'm gonna cut this one a little thinner, a little finer, and I'll show you why in just a second. So I'm gonna leave that piece on the side. Now I'm just cutting the same way like I did the first one, but I'm gonna make kind of finer strokes. Now, if I had to measure this, it would be probably, I would say a 1/4 inch. You know, I don't really measure things or take things like that too seriously with meals like this. Again, it's all gonna go in a pan, so don't worry, it's gonna taste the same. Just cut them a little finer. That's really it. And the reason why is because it's about the texture. So I'm gonna grab this big chunk of onion I left on the side, and I'm gonna cut these really thick. So significantly bigger than the other ones. And we have finer onions in the middle, and we have these chunky onions on the left. And it's about the texture. These big chunky ones, they take longer to cook down, because the bigger your object in your pan, the longer it takes to cook. So it's like a little trick that I do, because if you only have onion and scallion, you know, you gotta flip it. You gotta somehow extend your onion. And onions, like I said, I'm gonna be using them a lot. Definitely not gonna be talking that much about onions in the upcoming YouTubes that I make, but just know that it's coming. So anyway, we're gonna get to a hotel. Oh, my bad. That little plate that I'm putting all the garnished scallions on, I call that a hotel because it's just temporarily going there. I use like aluminum or parchment paper, but I'll just use paper plates because I don't like doing dishes, y'all. So I'm just gonna put them in my little hotel there, off to the side. Remember, we're gonna use all of these. Everything's gonna go in up front at the beginning, Watch, the oil's gonna be sizzling and these are just gonna start melting and becoming all translucent, but that part's gonna come when I turn on my wok. Matter of fact, let me go do that right now. Okay, there we go. So my pan is heating up, my prep work is finished. I have everything I need on this board. I'm only gonna use one board for everything I do, and let's move on to the rice. Now, the rice is cooking, believe it or not, but while we were doing the prep work, and by the time you're finished with your prep, your rice will be done. Grab that spoon. Now, the reason why we put the soy sauce at the beginning is for two reasons. Number one, the color and your distribution of flavor. The fact that the rice cooked in that water that had the sauce in it, every grain, look at that, perfectly colored, and it's gonna taste even. And like the worst thing is when you're at like a restaurant and like you have clumps of white rice with no like soy sauce on it. Ugh, it's the worst. So we're ready to cook. Rice is cooked, vegetables are prepped. Now I'm using a wok. I don't have a induction big flame coming out, electric range, but so I'm a home cook. I cook things at home and I eat it. It really doesn't matter if you have an electric range, induction, or if you're using gas, which you prefer, but it's all gonna cook this. Oof, well, that's kind of hot. All right, so we're just gonna heat our pan like I started earlier, thank God. Worst thing, you're ready to cook and your pan is cold. Avocado oil in, I don't know, like a tablespoon. Again, I don't really measure. I'm tired, I just came from work. I just wanna cook and I wanna eat, so. Oh yeah, one thing. So I'm using avocado oil because it has a neutral flavor and the smoke point is very high. If you're gonna use like tallow or duck fat, just keep in mind it's gonna smoke at a high point as well, but not as high as avocado oil. And if you're using vegetable oil or canola oil, that's gonna smoke at like a low temperature. So just keep that in mind, you know, when you're moving forward and doing your own meals at home, because I'm hoping everybody's cooking at home. I'm hoping that's why you're watching this video, because these prices right now, yo, are crazy. Like, I think, you know, because you know me, I be going to the cheap spots, but I saw olive oil one time for like $35. Like, yeah, nah, I'm not trying to, oh man, that's not even ready yet. But, so another thing too, avocado oil, coconut oil, these are healthier oils, and I'm trying to just be a little thinner, trying to use my thinner voice, you know what I'm saying? But if you want to use butter, duck fat, beef fat, that's completely fine too. I'm just trying to stick with just clean. Okay, now we're good to go. We're ready to go. So as soon as you put your vegetables in, they should be screaming at you. Like, yep, that's the sound I want. Exactly. Oh yeah, that's it. Yep. Yep. And we're gonna just keep stirring, because we don't want these things to be mushy. We want it to be easy to chew and to eat, but we want the outside to be caramelized and the inside to be kind of crunchy still. We want that balance of texture. And yep, I'm gonna try to flip. Nah. I can't do that stuff. I'm just gonna stir it back and forth, and you could do it too. I know like fancy people can do that, but as long as you're picking them up, flipping them around, or just kind of evenly distributing the surface area, they're gonna cook just fine. We're not here to be fancy. We're just here to cook. You know what I'm saying? So that sounds good. If you ever hear that sound just go away, turn up your heat. Don't be afraid to have your house smoking. Now my house isn't really smoking right now, but when I put in that coconut aminos, that's when it's gonna start to smoke up. So it's coming, don't worry. It's coming. So I'm gonna put salt in just to kind of extract some of the moisture. Salt tastes good, but it takes out the moisture too. Believe it or not, it's like science, you know what I'm saying? black pepper. It doesn't really matter when you put it in. I put everything in the beginning because I'll be forgetting. But the chili flakes you want to put in the beginning because you want that avocado oil and the vegetables to kind of fuse with the chili, so you have a balanced, smooth spice. Like, you don't want to have these little bits and pieces of spice on your palate. You want that to be nice and even. And I'm just completely stirring back and forth, okay? That's what we want, nothing sticking. You gotta keep that moving. It's alive. You gotta stir it, flip it, like just don't stop, because when you stop and it's gonna stick to your pan. We're not looking for a lot of color. If we were cooking chicken, we would kind of leave it alone, but oh yeah, garlic powder, that's the last thing I would add because the powder's gonna burn much easier than real garlic, and I didn't have any real garlic in my fridge, but I put it in at the last step. And now we're gonna put the coconut aminos. It's gonna start to steam up. Oof, damn. Ah, man. Well, that's what we want. I just cut it so that steam was getting kind of crazy, but the damage is done in a good way. Look at that color. Look at that caramelization. That's looking really, really, really good. And don't do what I did by having the food on top of your burner. You'll have a lot of smoke after that, all right, but oh yeah, look at that. No sticking. You know why? Because we're moving it around. Now, I just made a little well there in the middle because I'm going to put my eggs in. That's right. We just drop it right up in there. Yep. And trust me, it works. You just drop it and that kind of, just parts so easily. And I like to pick a little spot where there's no food on the pan, nice and flat. And we're good to go with the eggs. Put a little more avocado oil because we want the eggs to kind of not stick. And again, this whole thing, we want nothing to stick. If we were cooking meat, we would do the opposite. We want that contact with the pan. But for eggs, we want them to cook and get some kind of, we want that protein to kind of solidify, but we don't want it to burn and it's gonna smell gross anyway. And some people like that smell, but that ain't me. That's all y'all right there. So I'm mixing these eggs and I'm slowly incorporating them, keeping them away from the vegetables. You see, my eggs are clean. There's like a couple of scallions in there, which is okay. You're not gonna have completely separated eggs, but we want them to cook without the vegetables because we want that contrast. We want that, I want to take a bite of rice and have yellow from the egg, green from the scallion, white from the onion. Like I want to see it all, you know? So not just tasty, but visually pleasing too. So, and notice how nothing's sticking. We're scraping it, moving it, and this is why I like to use metal or wood. Now I'm gonna put a little bit more oil because we're getting ready for that rice. Let me just go grab it. So check this out. Remember, we put the soy sauce in at the beginning. We did not mix that rice. And look what happened. Look at this right now. See that bottom got all caramelized and not burnt? That's called caramelization. It's nice and toasty. We wanted to mimic a high heat wok, basically. So we got the caramelization without all the smokiness and the heat management. 80%, 85% of the work is done when you put the soy sauce in your rice cooker when you make your rice. And everything is separated. You see how the rice isn't sticking? It's not a big pile of mush. That's the magic of the soy sauce in the beginning, once again. And at this point, I mean, I'm gonna put more garlic, but you're pretty much done. We're gonna put some MSG, of course, can't forget that. And everybody might say what they want about MSG. It's a preference. It's gonna taste good regardless. This rice recipe is simple. It's to the point. At this point, if you didn't put your MSG, you're done. Look at that. Nothing's sticking. Nothing is like all caked up on the bottom. That rice is moving. It's loose, but it's fragrant. That jasmine rice really cuts through. I only use jasmine rice when I'm doing my fried rice. I don't know, like it's healthier, but that smell, that fragrance, like it cuts through so well with the garlic, my soy sauce. It works so well. You see that? Clean. That's what I'm talking about. Look at that bald spot in that pan. No sticking, no sticking. Easy cleanup. See? That's what I'm talking about. This is smelling really good. I'm getting kind of hungry. I may need to cut this video short, but look at all the work that went into this, and we cut it in half. We put the sauce in early. We're not worried about getting a high heat and heat management. We're just focused on the ease of use, texture, flavor. That's it. I'm ready. Are you ready? Because, damn, this is smelling really, really good. Damn. See? Perfectly cooked egg fried rice. And believe it or not, if you wanted to like pack it away and eat it the next day, it tastes even better. But those flavors just, I can't wait, y'all.